Hi traders, welcome back to my channel. I'm Madi B from BloomFX and I'm inviting you right now to have a look on my weekly analysis. I would like to start with Euro USD, and as you can see here we have two charts, the weekly and the monthly chart. And as I said last week, if we make a parallel between the chart on the week and on the monthly chart, because on the month, where the May closes, okay, we can see that on the weekly chart, the last 9 candles in the circle, I'm talking about these candles at the number 1 and the number 2, have an identical structure, okay? And Euro USD will go down to close the double M. So I believe in this, that the price should reject from this area. Well, this week, as I told you last week, the structure of the two circles, remember that all the time the market, it repeats itself, okay? It has a pattern, okay? So remains the same at the third 10 candle, okay, which it closed on the descent and rejected, as I told you, from the trend line on the 1 month chart. And also here you can see that the price rejected also from this trend line, okay? And for next week I will be looking for a sale for 70-80 pips that we made during the NFP, and after I will be looking for a sale until 1.19500 area, okay, until the next period. Please have a note that if you find my idea useful, please give a like, and please try to trade only if you have confirmation, okay? Okay. I would like to continue with EURJPY, and the EURJPY also we have the weekly and the monthly chart. And if you remember, as I said last week, if we make a parallel between the charts, we can see as EURJPY pattern formed since 2018. On the first week, on the weekly chart, sorry, we observe that this is a very important area for EURJPY near to the future, okay? If we see in the left circle, okay, this, I'm talking about this one, any closure even for 1 day over the green line means an imminent climb to the area of 137.300 area. However, if the month of May closes below 134, we can take into an account for a very strong retreat movement up to the 125 area. So remember, this week, as I was telling you last week, EURJPY rejected from a very strong resistance, okay, formed in the last 4 or 5 years from the Fibonacci area of 786, and here I'm going through the monthly chart, okay? And from here I will only look for a sell for at least, I don't know, 400 or maybe 500 pips until the first close, even for 1 day, over 134.050. So I do believe that the price should reject from this area and to come down, okay? Also you can see it from the weekly, and also you can see it from the monthly chart. So please try to trade only if you find confirmation, okay? I would like to continue with USDJPY and USDJPY. Again, as I said last week, UJ went up and it approached the trend line, okay? This is the trend line. And also here we have the weekly and the monthly chart, and rejected from the area of 109.800 area, where there is a very strong resistance, okay? And this week, as I said last week, UJ has formed the trend line formed in the recent years and strongly rejected, okay? So as you can see, the price is rejected from this area. UJ, it's in a range area between 110.200 area and 108.200 area, but as you can see from the trend line, for 1 week chart from the Fibonacci. Also, please have a look on the Fibonacci on 1 month. It's a lowering range, reason why I will continue to look for a sell even if UJ will test the trend line again. So I do believe that the price, it should test again the trend line and then to come back and then up again and then down. So I'm expecting for the price to touch again, if we look on the monthly chart, the 0.5 area of the Fibonacci, okay? And then the price to continue to go down. So again, also for this pair, if you find it useful, please give a like and please try to trade only if you find any confirmation. Let's continue with GU. And the GU, as I said last weeks, if we make a parallel between the charts, we can see as both weekly and the monthly, they are at the end of the W and expected an imminent descent. So I'm expecting for the price to reject from this area, okay? And this week, as I said last week, UJ started the descent. GU started the descent but has not yet left the critical area, okay? I will wait until the beginning of the week to see if Friday's massive withdrawal was just the NFP effect or it will continue to climb, okay? But for now I will start looking for a sell for at least, I don't know, 700, maybe 800, between 800 and 1000 pips, okay? However, a close even for 1 day over 42,300 area, okay, which is around this zone, it will force me to think of a buy for another, I don't know, 100, maybe 200 pips, and then the price to come back down. So I do believe that here it's a very strong area, and even if the price, it will just continue a little bit to go up, it makes me think that it's trying to do like how you call it, like a liquidity grab, and then the price to come back down. Also give a like if you find this idea useful. And right now I will continue with the USDCAD. The USDCAD, it moved very beautifully up at the news yesterday. So as you can see on the weekly and on the monthly chart, okay, is at a much too important point and much too strong not to think as a massive rejection and buy between 400 and 900 pips. So I think that the price should reject from this area, okay? You can see that we have 3 important points right here, and I'm expecting for the price to reject from this zone. Even if maybe it will test the trend line again, I will set the take profit 1 to 1.24700 area, okay? And then to 1.29700 area in the next period. So keep that in mind. I do believe that the price will reject from this zone, come down a little bit, okay, to 1.22600 area, somewhere there, and maybe the price to do more like a break and retest, okay, the price just coming back down a little bit to retest and then to continue to go up. So this is what I believe about USDCAD. And also please try to trade only if you have confirmation, okay? I will continue with GJ, and with GJ, as I said last week's, and I repeat myself, as I said and as I said and as I said, and you can check it, GJ has reached 155.600 area, okay? Now if we make a parallel between the charts, the weekly and the monthly, okay, because the month of May closes, we can see that GJ has reached the trend line format for 1 month and 1 week. I mean, you see that it touched the trend line also on the monthly and also on the weekly chart. This I wanted to say. And from here we expect a withdrawal movement for at least, I don't know, 700, maybe 1000 pips if it closed the month below 155.600 area. Right now, this week, as I said last week, GJ has reached the trend line. Okay, here is the trend line, and strongly rejected, which I think I still look forward to. Okay, so even if he can make another range, okay, so maybe the price will range a little bit right here. I expect GJ to go down the stepped area of 148. Okay, where we have, this is the 148, and then from there we should do again analysis to see exactly where the price is trying to go. So I'm really expecting for the price to reject, to come down, even if this one it's going to be more like a range zone. Okay, let me continue with gold. And the gold, as I said last week, since March 21, after 4 months in which all my analysis about gold were almost perfect, I think this time I will look for my final target at 1920. Okay, and this week, after 4 months in which all my analysis about gold were almost perfect, gold arrived in the area of 1920, where I predicted 4 months ago. Okay, it rejected until the 1970 area, as can be seen from my analysis last week, and climbed to 1920. Okay, so the price played around this area. If he rejects again from that area, I think there will be a massive descent, okay, on the gold until the area of 1830, even 1744. So to be honest, also because we have here the Fibonacci retracement, I do believe that the price should go a little bit up, create the wick, okay, like liquidity grab, and then the price to come back down. So as I predicted that the price will go at 1920, right now I'm predicting that the price will come down to 1774. So if you find this idea useful, please give a like, and please try to trade only if you find any confirmation. Okay, let me continue with the last 3 pairs, and here we have the NASDAQ. And as I was mentioning, NASDAQ together with gold have the highest occurrence on my analysis in the last 6 months. Okay, and this week, about this one, I think that it will go continue to climb, okay, towards 13,853, from where it will strongly reject until around the 13,660 area, and then from there we should do again some analysis. So I do believe that the price will go up, reject from this area, come down, retest again this zone, and then up again. So like this, the price it can move, and please try to use this idea only if you find any confirmation. But I do believe that the price is going to go to that direction, because I think that I have made like I did also in the last 6 months the analysis very well. Let's continue with DXY. And with this one, as I said, on the March 21, DXY is in a strong downward trend, and if for 1 week it rejected 3 weeks in a row from the Fibonacci 0.5 area, I expect it to continue the descent to Fibonacci 382, okay, which is around this zone. Exactly as I said 3 months ago, DXY rejected from the Fibonacci area of 786, and went down through closing the Fibonacci chart that I drew it 3 months ago. But this week, as I was saying last week, has stopped falling, and it's starting to form a support in this area. Also, as you can see, that I'm thinking that is going to be like a W or like a double bottom. Okay, if the next weekly candle will still be green, then I will look for a buy around 92.600 area or even higher. Okay, so I really do believe that the price is going to reject from this zone, and it's going to continue to go higher. And the last one with a Bitcoin, here we have the weekly and the monthly chart. And as I was telling you the other day, I was waiting to see how the month of May is going to close in order to be able to make a correlation between the charts for 1 week and 1 month. And as you can see, Bitcoin rejected and closed over the Fibonacci 0.5 area, which is around here because we are looking on the monthly chart. And we expected a new up move, but not as energetic as in previous months. Probably maybe, I don't know, 20-25% up to the 41,500 area, after which I think they should go down and test the Fibonacci 618 area, and then to accumulate and to have a buy again. And this week, in the long run, Bitcoin will keep these downward trends, okay, towards the Fibonacci 618 area, which is around this zone. And I think this week will continue the range in the area of the green rectangular, okay? I'm talking about this one. And only in the event that it closes and at least for 1 day below this rectangular, okay, I will look for a sell up to 27,100 area, okay? Please give a like if you find also this idea useful. And also I am inviting you on my official Instagram page at madibloomfx.official, and there you can see everything that I'm doing, what I post. Also you can send me a message if you want to join my educational group. You can have access for 24 hours where you can see what I'm doing with my students, what are my strategies, what pairs I'm trading, what idea I have during that day, and so on. So I am waiting you on my official Instagram page. So thank you so much for watching, and wish you a pleasant weekend and a profitable week.